from the heart of Queensland here at Suncorp Stadium, the venue that will play host to your Monday night footy clash. It is Riley Murray and the West Tigers taking on Sneeko Balboa and the Dolphins right here from a sold-out Cauldron. A sea of red out there in participation, or anticipation I should say, for their side, the home team, the Dolphins. And what a test this is going to be for both sides. What a game we've got on the cards for your Monday night footy, proudly brought to you by TBC Live. I'm Sonny Tyre, here in the box to call the action for this game that we've got on our hands. Both teams, the Dolphins and the Tigers, coming off wins in their round one games respectively to open their campaigns 1-0. And tonight, who will stand 2-0 and who will drop their first game of the season? The new boys on the block, the West Tigers, in their first away game in SRL history. And what a ground to be at for it. So much history and so much prestige out on this Brisbane soil. And coming away with a commanding 32-0 win over the Broncos in their season opener, the first game of the Tigers' history. And what a way to make a statement. The Dolphins likewise coming off a win against the Roosters, quite compelling it was. And they'll be looking to back up their form from last season. The Dolphins making the finals in their inaugural run with Captain Sneeko there at the helm of it. And it is rainy conditions here, torrential rains from Brisbane. And that could play its part in the game tonight, you'd have to say. But the Dolphins not afraid to shift it out early. As Lachlan Cox there to take the fifth tackle now. A lot of excitement, a lot of hype for this game. Monday night footy, how good is it as Chris Lord sends it downfield to Cyrus Marks. Cyrus Marks steps in field, taken there from Cox, and two more defenders there to wrap him up as well. And both teams sporting unchanged lineups, and why not? Coming off the wins that they had, the Tigers be looking to come away with an impressive road victory against a quality outfit like the Dolphins. It's really hard to separate the two and how this game will go. As Tim James now big, don't argue there to get him inside opposition 40. And for tackle now, the Tigers donning their away kits. Western Suburbs inspired design. And it's great to see that they're paying homage to that history of the West Tigers. Fifth and last now, they'll play the ball. Keller, the former Dolphin, drops it to Zach Brown. Zach Brown towards the corner of Jackson Chapman. Chapman finds himself a bit of space to work with, but he's taken there in a good tackle. The Dolphins starting this set from the inside their own 30. Through their captain they go. Sneeko Balboa just runs it straight. And Eli Barnes forced to come up and make the tackle. He's out of position now. If they can find a line break, this could be dangerous. They'll shift it out to Al-Matangi, but Al-Matangi can't put a step on that we're so accustomed to seeing. And what a battle of the fullbacks it's going to be when we talk about Al-Matangi, when we talk about Eli Barnes, two very quality fullbacks. Eli Barnes, he's been that since season one, and Al-Matangi, ever since his move to the Dolphins last season, he's really stepped up his game as Mike Hussey takes him inside the opposition 30. Fifth and last now, and Hugh Snow will just send it high. Not a bad kick, it's a swirler. Who's there? It's Marley Arkey, and Arkey is brought down and wrapped up there inside their 20 now, the Tigers. An honourable mention to Riley Murray. He was the first ever try scorer for the West Tigers, and what a way to open your account. They held the Broncos to 0 points in their opening game at Leichhardt Oval, and it was an absolute dream start for this West Tigers side. But the Dolphins will be looking to rain on their parade as the Tigers play it now. Mataus, six again. It's off the big body of Stace the Pace. I nearly called him Departure again. But that one just milking another six again set here. And Riley Murray through the middle he goes. Can he go 2 for 2? Put up 4 SimVP points after round one. So it was a great effort from the Tigers skipper. But this Dolphins side, they're a tough nut to crack. And the Tigers are going to have to bring their A game for a full 80 minutes, you'd have to say, if they're to come away with a result. As Tim James takes him through the middle. The vice-captain of the Tigers, he also got on the board with a try of his own last week as they shifted left. Mataus goes to Zach Brown. Loses a couple post-contact meters. 5th and last now. Where will they go? The Tigers lining up in formation. They go to Sione Mataus. Mataus just sends it wide. And Seymour's up to contest it. But Thompson gets hands to it first. And he's wrapped up very quick on the take. And good stuff there from the Dolphins as the pace. Just runs it straight through Riley Murray. And Riley Murray, he's a bit of a unit. He's got a good physique on him, but when you line him up against the pace, you can certainly see the height difference and the stature. Two very physical forwards doing battles. Chris Lord gets him shy of the halfway. Second tackle, Diego Maikazi. He had a double last week against the Roosters. Can he replicate that form here tonight? We'll have to wait and see. Oh, and a mistake off the play. The pace gets in the way. Maliaki tries to expose the right edge, but he's read there very quick, and a good tackle from Almatangi. And now the Tigers, prime opportunity. Almatangi out of position. Eli Barnes through the middle. He'll put on a goosey, but he can't slip away from the last defender. Lachlan Cox, I think it was, there to make the save. And great stuff there. And take it off the ball straight to Mike Cuzzy. And I don't know who it was that got leveled out there, but Diego Maikazi showing good awareness. And Sneeko nearly takes that one and juggles it, but he holds on. And maybe the wet weather starting to play its part in this game. It's been torrential downpour all night from Brisbane, and I don't know how that hasn't been called a knock on. Referee ruling not played at. Logan Seymour gets him in front of their 40, but the Dolphins struggling to get out of their own half. And that one will be called this time. Diego Maikazi, the short ball to Chris Lord. And he just couldn't hold on to it, old Lordy. And through the right edge, Eli Barnes steps in, and you've got to watch out. Eli Barnes, he's the superstar X-factor of this backline for the Tigers, and that's a soft penalty given away, and they're not going to go for the West Tigers. Luke Thompson will kick this ball within the red zone, and it'll sneak into the 10 meters. Opposition 10, so now the Dolphins on the back foot, right on their goal line as Keller gets us back on the way. Murray to James, and straight off the bat, Tim James. Beauty of a pass there from Riley Murray. The two captains linking up on the play. And what a way to start it off, Tim James. He scores his second try in as many games. And the captain, Riley Murray, just swinging that one nice and flat to Tim James. All he had to do was scroll across. And that will be the first points of the game for the visitors. West Tigers 4-0. 11 minutes played here from Suncorp as Luke Thompson gets ready to slot it from right in front. And there's an absolute sea of red out here in Brisbane, but plenty of orange in attendance as well. As you take a look in the background, plenty of Tigers supporters making their way north of the border to witness the Tigers' first ever away game in their history. And what a start it is for them. 6-0 is the score. 12 minutes gone in your Monday night footy clash. Proudly brought to you by TBC Live on SRL TV. And if you've just tuned in and you might have missed the earlier games from tonight, to open it up, it was the Warriors getting a commanding 42-6 win over the Seagulls at Brookvale. And just an hour ago from Sydney at Accor Stadium, it was the Rabbitohs coming away with a gutsy 20-12 win over the highly favoured Cowboys. So it's been a huge night of footy. It's only Monday, it's only round 2. Can't wait to see what the rest of the season has in store. Eli Barnes gets through. And Almatangi making a great tackle there to stop him. Third now. From the halfway, Tim James will have a dart. Not that sort of a dart, but he'll have a run there at the halfway line. They go. Luke Thompson catches that one awkwardly. And he doesn't force the pass out. He'll just take the run. Smart move there. 5th and last now. The Tigers inside opposition half. But they'll drop back to Arki. Arki will stab it towards the corner of Logan Seymour. Logan Seymour winds it up with the run, but he just runs it straight into Arki. O'Donnell there to join in on the tackle. And what a game this has been so far. Just under 15 minutes played here from Brisbane. And this venue produces some amazing games in. Taken off the ball, but it's play on. Stays the pace there to scoop it up. That one could have been ugly for the Finns, but they do well to regather, and they get inside Tigers half now as they shift it left. Diego Maikazi winds it up on the run. 4 tackle inside opposition 40 now. They'll play the ball. It'll be Speedman. Dishes it to Snow. Inside ball to Sneeko. Sneeko nearly gets through, but he's held on for dear life from Ash Crutcher. And it's great to see Crutcher finally earn himself a starting spot in the lineup. Grubber, not played at. Chris Lord there to scoop it up, but the rush up in defense from the Tigers. Just on him like a pack of, I was going to say a pack of wolves, but a pack of tigers. And big bump off from Riley Murray. But Sneeko Balbra will drive him into the turf. First tackle now. They shift it left, west. They go to Eli Barnes, and he's read there beautifully by Craig Hustler. Second tackle now. Bit of work to do here for the visitors as they give it out to Tim James. Wrapped up from his opposing lock and Chris Lord. And it's just an absolute stalemate right now. An arm wrestle between the two sides. The Dolphins in their first home game of the season. It's a sellout here at Suncorp, and they'll want to bring it home with a win. Start the season 2-0, but the Tigers here with just as much drive for the result. As Mato stabs it towards the corner of Logan Seymour. He's got a bit of space to work with. Logan Seymour cuts in field. Hits a filthy goosey on Eli Barnes. Logan Seymour driven down there inside the 30, but that was a great run from him. The former Cronulla Shark. He was an inaugural Dolphin, and he's back here today. He's back here in this season. And Jaeger Maikazi just launches a deep ball. And I'm not sure who it was that got taken off. I think it was Kieran Wells. Luckily, Sneeko was there to save it. Second tackle inside the red zone. The Dolphins, they're building pressure. Jaeger runs it straight at Riley Murray. And Murray and Crutcher there to bring him down. Third now. They go through the middle. Ole trying to get across, but they'll just hold him up. Fourth tackle. The Dolphins scanning the field. They go short side to Chris Lord. Chris Lord turned on his back. Nearly gets across. And referee Blake Harris will send it to the bunker. And that is an easy call there. Great goal line defense from Wes. It's not an easy task to stop Chris Lord when he's on the rampage, but they'll have to dig deep for one more tackle. The Dolphins just give it to Hugh Snow, and Hugh Snow runs it out. Bit of a lackluster finish to that one. Maybe they didn't want to risk the kick return or the 7 tackle set from the in-goal. As Cyrus Marks darts through, weaves in and out of defense. Won't get past Almatangi, but that's a great run to relieve a bit of space. Ball west as they work from within their own half. And David Barner, one of the headline forwards in this Tigers lineup, and it's picked off right there from Moshe Ole. And I'm not sure who it was that threw that ball. It might have been Thompson. I don't want to make any false accusations, but what we do know is the Tigers have thrown that one away straight towards the Dolphins. Lockie Cox gets him shy of the red zone. In through they go. Jaeger Maikazi straight through the middle. They didn't want to touch him. He'll try and barge over. Turned on his back. Desperation at its clutches, if that's even a word. From Wes, Eli Barnes and Tim James have played together since season 1 or 2, I believe. The former Raiders now playing for the Tigers. 2 marquee names in this lineup. Third tackle now, the Dolphins with another 2 tackles up their sleeve as they try and get it through Lord, who's just driven back a couple meters for his troubles. 20 minutes play there from Brisbane as they shift it, cut out ball to Jaeger Maikazi. Maikazi just takes the contact, 5th and last. What can the Dolphins come up with here? They've got numbers both sides. They go in the pocket. Hugh Snow sends it high. It's a swirler. Who's going to be there? They contest it, and Cyrus Marks, ice in his veins, and he catches that one cool, calm, and collected, as you could ask from your winger. And Jeff King gets his first run of the ball now, coming off the bench alongside Sam Lillard. So watch out for Sam Lillard. He brings a lot of devastating impact, especially coming through midway in the first. You'd have to say they're going to try and feed him the ball and just let him run amok. So many potent forwards on both sides. On one side, you've got Chris Lord. You've got Lachlan Cox, Jaeger Maikazi. Stays the pace, offload to Crutcher. Great ball out there from Eli Barnes, I think it was. But for the Tigers, you've got Sam Lillard out there. You've got Tim James through the middle. Riley Murray in the front row. Lockie McKinnon. Ash Crutcher. So 2 formidable lineups being contested here today. Inside the red zone they go. West now, a prime chance to try and get their second try of the game. They drop it in the right pocket. Sione Mataoa sends it high. It's a great kick. Almatangi's going to play at it. Almatangi catches it and just gets walloped in the hit there from Jeff Keane. I was about to say Riley Murray. They both played through the middle and they both donned the orange headgear. Nearly got confused, but great take there from Almatangi and taking the contact as well. Draw pass out to Segarini. A great ball to him. And these sides are just giving us a back and forth game. It's like a game of tennis out there. As we see the action go from one end to the other. Diego Maikazi offload to Chris Lord. Bit of a risky one. But Chris Lord does well to hold on to it. Taken by Tim James and Mav Keller. 4 tackle now. They shifted out wide towards Logan Seymour. Seymour will step one. Brought down by Ben O'Donnell. 5th and last now. 54 gain on the set for the home side. The Dolphins. Hugh Snow with a crossfield kick. Down towards the corner. Cyrus Marks. Marks has got space. He just has to get past Tyler. And Al-Matangi won't let him go through. If Marks got around Tyler Al-Matangi, that would have been for all money a try. Coast to coast. Length of the field.
That's your second.
But great defence from the Finns. As we see Jeff Keane. Big bump off through the middle. I think it was Kieran Wells that copped the full brunt of that one. Inside opposition half they are now. 25 played here from Suncorp. The rain has not let up one bit. But I tell you what, the action has not shied away. It's very high tempo, fast pace as we see Thompson give it out to Eli Barnes. Shrugs one off. Eli Barnes taken by Logan Seymour. They'll try and drag him into touch and he'll just stay in by a bees. 5th and last now. The Tigers drop it left. Luke Thompson, crossfield kick, but it's very shallow. Ole's there, but Ole will just run into a wall of black jerseys. And not the best kick there from the Tigers. Thompson tried to, I guess they were trying a crossfield trick play, but just nothing doing at the end of it. As the Dolphins approach Tigers half now. Segarini beauty pass there out to Hustler. Great ball from Segarini. And Hustler taken by Cyrus Marks, I think it might have been. Oh no, I think I got that wrong. And Cox just gets flipped on that tackle. 4th now, Hustler tries to step around the right edge. Driven inside the 10, 5th and last. Where will they go? The home side looking for their first points of the game. They drop a short. Segarini, he gets the ball out. But a defender there to stick a boot in the way. And Kieran Wells doing his best to try and barge over. But he's just a metre short, if that. And jeez, oh, it was all happening. Sone Mataos nearly making a mistake. But Jeff Keane holds on to that pass. Bit of a hospital one there. But the Tigers, with the only points of the game so far, only one try being scored, courtesy of Tim James, their vice-captain, as Jeff Keane. Might have to call him Riley Murray Jr. They just look the same from up here. Riley, change your headgear. Get black or something. Get a different colour so I can identify you better. As 4 tackle now. Eli Barnes takes it. Oh, and they were going for the 40-20. I think it was Mav Keller that was in the way. The former Dolphin. But now they're going to have to try and work from deep within their half as Ben O'Donnell gets it downfield towards Jackson Chapman. Chapman will run it straight into traffic. Gets past Lillard. Won't get past Barnes. Half an hour played here on your Monday Night Footy Clash. Proudly brought to you by TBC Live as Yegor Maikazi. A healthy contingent of the Yegor fan club in attendance tonight, donning the green wigs. And Yegor with a double last week against the Roosters. Can he get on the board here tonight as Hugh Snow shifts it to Buster Groove. And Buster Groove, one of the rookies in this Finn side, gets a run up there. Inside the red zone they go through Lachlan Cox. And Cox tries to penetrate the line, but he's driven back. 2 defenders there to make the tackle. 5th and last now. The Dolphins give it to Chris Lord. And Chris Lord just takes the run up. Again, the 5th tackle option fizzling out for the Finns right at the end there. They've been making good progress, but they just need to capitalise as Lockie McKinnon through the left edge. Nearly gets through, but they close him off quick on that side of the field. And now the Tigers through Mataos. And oh, geez, a dangerous ball, but a great offload from Tim James to Sam Lillard. And my apologies here, I just got a bit distracted. Jeff Keane now takes the run up, 3rd tackle. The Tigers give it to Thompson. Barnes dishes it out to O'Donnell. O'Donnell with space. Offload to Arkey. Arkey! Oh, he had the right idea, but the execution, not what it needed to be. If he threw a Harbour Bridge pass over the defender, he could have got it to Jeff Keane, but that one just picked off and read well from the defence of this Redcliffe side.
3 hands away. He's held there.
A sellout crowd here to witness the Finns' first home game of the season. They'll be looking to go a step better this season than what they did last season. It was a great run from them into the finals, but unfortunately losing that game to the Wires in the elimination final did end their season prematurely from what they would have hoped for. But they'll be looking to back it up. Great retention from the Dolphins this season. They'll be working with a lot of team chemistry and a lot of familiarity in how they play their style of footy. The Tigers being developed over the course of this offseason. There's been a lot of hype around them, and when you look at the names on this list, Lockie McKinnon, one of them, the former Melbourne Storm alumni. I think he was a premiership winner in Season 7 as well, making an appearance in the grand final last season alongside Riley Murray. So the two making the move from Melbourne to the southwest of Sydney, as we see Jeff Keane being very active in this stint of his. Fifth and last, about 13 away from the try line. They go to the deep pocket. Matos is there, sends it high. It's a pretty good kick. Who's going to be there? It's a tap back. Eli Barnes. Oh, Eli Barnes. He was nearly across, but the rush up in the fence. Great stuff from the Dolphins on the goal line. Big try-saving tackle that needed to be made. I'm not sure who made the tackle, but that is great stuff from the home side, and now they've got a bit of work to do deep in their own half.
That's your second.
Will they try and run out the clock? They haven't scored any points yet, the Dolphins.
3. Held. Get off
And being
him.
held down a bit there in the tackle from Lillard. Segurini plays it. Wells, cut out ball to Jaeger. Jaeger tries to shrug off the defender, but he's stuck to him like glue on that one. Ash Crutcher with the clutch tackle. 4 tackle now. Bust the groove out to Segurini. And Segurini just winds it up. Inside opposition half they go. 38 metres gained on this set. Fifth and last. The Dolphins, they drop it to Hugh Snow. Off the noggin. Straight to Eli Barnes. And geez,
He's held there.
Eli Barnes, he was nearly gone there if he got around that line. And I'm not sure who was in the way. It might have been Ash Crutcher. He took one for the team.
On the kick
Hops it off the
going.
dome, and that one took a lot of the power out of that kick from Hugh Snow. And ultimately ends up getting the Tigers with a good look on the brink of half-time. It's only 6-0. The visitors with the lead. The Dolphins looking for their first points of the game, but they're on defense now as Aki gets a ball from Barnes, cuts infield, and Tyler Almatangi there to wrap him up once again. Bust the groove there to make sure the job gets finished. Fullback out of position. Watch out for the line break. They'll give it to Riley Murray. I was going to say Jeff Keane, but Murray is back on. Fifth and last now. Bit of a slow play the ball from Riley Murray there as the Tigers give it. Short pocket. Matos gets the grubber away, but Cooper Speedman there to clean it up. And a great save from Cooper Speedman. He nearly got through all the way. But O'Donnell there to stop his progress as Almatangi through the left edge. Driven down in a 2-tackle effort from the Tigers. Or 2-man tackle effort. As we see Chris Lord now winding it up. And just 15 seconds left in this first half of your Monday Night Footy action. Sneeko Balbroa, can he get a playoff? He gets the offload straight to Mav Keller. Mav Keller brought down by Almatangi. 6-0, the Tigers lead. What a game. We will see you in the second half.
Hey SRL fans, want to support the league further? Join the Simulation Rugby League Patreon. Get exclusive access to additional content, early access to league releases and supporter-only giveaways and upgrades. Whatever you're looking for, we have something for every fan. When you become a Patreon, you're more than just a spectator. You're a crucial part of our team. Your support helps us keep delivering the high-quality matches and content that you love, and it ensures that we can keep the SRL experience growing for fans of all ages. It's super simple. Head to our Patreon page, pick the tier that's right for you, and you're in. Every bit of support helps us grow and makes the SRL an even better place for everyone. Now, back to the game.
And a big warm welcome back here from Suncorp Stadium. Your round 2 Monday Night Footy clash. It is the West Tigers with a 6-0 lead over the Dolphins. And a very low scoring affair in that first half. There was a lot of action-packed footy. But both sides just struggling to try and finish their chances. Only one try being scored so far. You could probably put that down to the conditions. It just has not stopped pouring down here in Brisbane. So maybe both sides not wanting to risk their arm too much. You don't want to force, or you don't want to make unforced mistakes. But the visitors with the lead at the moment, and the only points of the game through Tim James, and off the bench Nathan Haas alongside Oh, I've already forgotten. But Sam Lillard is out there. Big bump off from Lillard. Offload to Tim James. Great run there from the duo off that set. As they give it to Thompson now. And sorry, it was Charlie Rossini that's also out there on the field now. I think he's playing in that hooker. Yes, he is. Fifth and last now, the Tigers. They give it to Mataus. Mataus off the left boot, just stabs it towards the corner of Jackson Chapman. Chapman tries to step around the edge. He does so. Won't get past Barnes. But that's a great first run off the kick return. And they go deep in the pocket. Wellesley, he catches that one awkwardly. Oh, they're juggling it. 6 again, the Dolphins. I don't know how that one wasn't called a knock on. Maybe too much mist from the rain and the officials can't get a proper gauge on the action that's taking place out here. But the Dolphins will not be complaining. They've got the ball back with another full set inside opposition half. It'll do wonders for them as they are in search for their first points of the game. Hugh Snow gives it out to Al-Matangi. And Al-Matangi driven down in the tackle there. 2 to bring him down. Declan Connell now. Big fend off. Declan Connell nearly gets around Eli Barnes. And that would have been a great run there. A certain try if he got around Eli. But Diego Maikazi there to wind it up. He had 150 run meters in the first. Let's see what he can do in the second as they drop it in the pocket. Hugh Snow gets a grubber and David Barner doing enough to stop that one. Pounces on the ball. And the opportunity goes begging as Mataus puts a risky ball to Nathan Haas. But the rookie doing a great job to hold on as they give it out to Lockie McKinnon. Some quick plays there from the Tigers. And still a lot of work to do, but Eli Barnes shrugs off 1, shrugs off 2. Driven back on the 3rd attempt. But he gets him in 40-20 territory and there's no fullback in position. If they go for it, this could be deadly. Sione Mataus. Oh, he hits that one all sorts of wrong. Shanks it off the side of the boot and Hugh Snow just there to clean it up. As Connell gives it out to Speedman now. And that was a good opportunity for the Tigers, but Mataus just unable to capitalize. There was no fullback in position for the Finns. So if he got that one downfield, oh geez, it's a turnover, forward pass, unforced mistake from the Dolphins. And that one just alleviates a lot of pressure now for the Tigers. First tackle already near the halfway line as they go to Arkey. Arkey tries to stick his head through to the fence, but he'll just be driven down by Wells and Lord. Tim James now, big fend off on Diego Maikazi. Tim James can't get past Al-Matangi, but it's a great run to open up some more space. Third tackle now, fullback out of position. Watch out, Sam Lillard bumps off Shack Attack. The corner has got me seeing different, but it was a great run there from Lillard as Tim James gets him inside the 10. Few post contact meters on the run from the vice captain of the West Tigers. 5th and last. They go inside to Barner. Barner puts in a grubber, but Cox is there to clean it up. Lockie Cox tries to swing it back inside. And what a passage of play it was there. David Barner, he nearly fumbled that one, but he got it to the boot just in time. But Lockie Cox there just stiff and showing his composure. Would not let anything get around him. I probably got to ease up on my terrible puns. I know Stico wasn't a big fan of them last week, so I'll try and reduce that material there. But Lockie Cox, there you go. Stopping a potential try from being scored, and Dolphins nearly 15 minutes played, still yet without any points as they give it to Ole. Ole will just look for the space, but it's closed in quickly by Ben O'Donnell. And Ben O'Donnell just gets wrapped up from Lord and Jaeger. And Ben O'Donnell, he's a Queensland Maroons rep. He's played on this soil many times before. He'll be trying to replicate that sort of form that he showed in Origin here tonight. As David Barner takes the run up, gets them about 35 away from their line. Third tackle, McKinnon out wide to Cyrus Marks. Cyrus Marks driven down by Cox, and it was a good run, but he just couldn't get around there. The Tigers winger, as Tim James now winds it up on the run. Few post contact meters once again. He's been good with that tonight. 50 minutes played. Oh, what a play! Oh, the Tigers, they nearly pulled one out of the hat there. Charlie Rossini, I think it was. He put in a great grubber, but maybe just too quick.
He's held there.
Geez, that would have been a great try if something was to eventuate from it. But the Dolphins once again clutching up on the goal line.
Back with me.
They've only conceded one try so far, but they just haven't scored any points. Craig Hustler through the right edge,
4.
taken down there
He's held there.
by Cyrus Marks, I think it was now. 4 tackle, Lockie Cox
5.
tries to jam it in, but he's just driven short of the line, and it's a held and tackle penalty conceded from the Tigers. And there you go. The Dolphins with a prime chance to get in the red zone and try and get their first points of the game. The home fans have had to wait for 52 minutes and counting. And they're just ready to get all that energy out. They want to see their boys cross. But the Tigers, they've done a great job holding out defensively. They haven't conceded any points. And risky ball. Almatangi out to Speedman. Speedman cuts in field. Hits a nice step to get around the line. Inside the 10 they go. Second tackle. The Finns, they give it to Mike Huzzy. Mike Huzzy trying to barge over. Turned on his back in a 2-man effort. Third now for the home side. They go short. Inside Border Connell. Driven back. Loses a couple meters on that play. 4 tackle. Where will they go? The Dolphins. Numbers on both sides. They go short inside to Ole. Ole will try and get through, but he can't do it himself. 5th and last. 27 meters gained on this set. What can they come up with here? The home side. They go short. Hugh Snow drops it. Tim James. He's got open space. Tim James. He will go coast to coast. Length of the field. And Tim James with his 3rd try in 2 games. There you go. What a run there from the Tigers vice captain. Just hits the afterburners and he left everyone in the dust. What a try from Tim James. What a run from him. Oh, geez, what a play. That was great stuff from the Tigers, the Dolphins. Oh, that is just the worst possible result you could have asked for. They looked so promising on that set. And they tried to get the grubber away, but it just ended up in the grips of Tim James. And once he saw that open space, he was gone for all money. And Luke Thompson there to slot it. The Tigers now take a 12-0 lead. 54 minutes played here from Suncorp. And if you're the Dolphins, you're probably feeling a bit bad after that one because they worked so hard to try and get to the other side of the field. And moments like that, they don't come up too often. Regathering from your own goal line and taking it coast to coast. But that's what happens when you've got someone with the speed of a Tim James playing in at the lock position.
Right, here's tackle 1.
We talk about this speed meta, and I'll tell you what, in chances like that, when you get these sorts of players into open field,
2.
they can really just make you pay. As Lillard now dishes it out to McKinnon.
3. Hands off.
The visitors in their first away game in their history are up 12-0. Not an easy task when you're coming up against a side like the Dolphins, but you've got to bring your 80-minute performance. You've got to bring your A game against a side like the Finns as they shift it out wide to Eli Barnes. Read there by Hugh Snow. The Tigers in their own 40. They'll drop it short to Luke Thompson. Thompson just stabs it straight towards Seymour. Seymour tries to step through. He does so. Just needs to get past Eli Barnes, and he did, but 2 defenders there to bring him down. Great defensive stuff there from the Tigers. They try and draw the penalty. Oh, and what a ball there out to Wells. I thought he was just going to back himself.
That's your second.
I think it was Hugh Snow that dished that one out. And Hugh Snow reverse inside out play. They go through to Ole. And Ole can't get a step on. Won't get away from the defenders, but they march slowly inside the red zone. The Dolphins, it's a good look for them. They'll give it to Mike Huzzy. Mike Huzzy gets him inside the red zone now. 4 tackle the Dolphins. Where will they go? Right side, Hugh Snow back inside to Declan Connell. And Declan Connell just takes the contact. 5th and last. 52 gained on this set. What will they come up with here? They drop it to Hugh Snow. Sends it high. Who's going to be there to contest it? Oh, it's Cyrus Marks. And they'll try and drive him back into the end goal. And oh geez, what a set there from the Finns. Just unable to capitalize. And the Tigers counting their blessings. They've really clutched up on that goal line defense, and they just have not let anything get past them to this point. It's reminiscent to the performance that the Storm put up against the Sharks last week. where the Sharks had 3 prime chances to cross the line, certain tries on any other day, but the goal line defense just clutched up when they needed it. Luke Thompson going for a 40-20, but it's too shallow. Jackson Chapman there to return it, steps through, needs to get past Eli Barnes, tries to split the defense, but it'll be wrapped up there from Tim James coming across the field to make that potential try-saving tackle. And there you go, the Finns, a full set of 6 inside opposition half. They go through Hugh Snow. Hugh Snow inside the 30. 60 minutes played here from this Monday night footy clash. It's the Dolphins and the Tigers. Al Matangi shrugs off one, trying to inspire his team back into this game. The Finns, 60 minutes, no points. Can they get their first of the game? As we see Sneeko and Stace the Pace back out for the Redcliffe side. Cut out ball to Hugh Snow, out to Ole, out to Al Matangi. Al Matangi can't hit that signature step, and he's wrapped up. 60 gain on this set. 5th and last, the Dolphins. They've got numbers in the deep pocket. Double pass from Snow, out to Ole, into his teammate Declan O'Connell, just getting in the way. And that one fizzles out right at the end. Anticlimactic finish to that set. It looked very promising. But the Tigers just not allowing anything to get through them. If they can hold on for another 20 minutes, they could potentially hold the Broncos and the Dolphins to 0 points. I don't know if we've ever seen that in the SRL, where a team has held an opposition to 0 points in 2 consecutive games. This could really be a performance for the ages from the Tigers if they can get up tonight. But they can't get complacent. They can't count their eggs before they've hatched. However, the same goes. Tyler Almatangi, he'll try and get past Eli Barnes. Eli Barnes will cut right field to bring him down. Wrapped up with the help of Riley Murray. First tackle now inside the red zone. The Dolphins hit a step on. Hustler hits a step. And he's brought down their second tackle. 4 shy of the line. They go left. Ole runs it straight at Keller. Turned on his back. And Blake Harris will send it up to the bunker. I don't think that's going to be a try. And great performance there. Eli Barnes and Keller there to save the try from being scored, but they still have to hold on for another 2 tackles as the Dolphins give it to their captain, Snicker Bell-Brian. He's just driven back. Wrapped up there. Eli Barnes and Tim James, I think it was. Declan Connell now tries to get them going, but nothing doing. 5th and last now. Where will they go? The Dolphins, they drop it back to Hugh Snow. Hugh Snow with the grubber, and Lockie McKinnon scoops it up with one hand. And no real kick chase pressure off that grubber. Great stuff from the West Tigers. And Cyrus Marks might be driven into touch. And no, stays in. Great job there from him, but Jackson Chapman nearly turning that one around as Mav Keller through the left edge. Offload to McKinnon. McKinnon winds up with the ball. 3rd tackle now. West, they shifted to Matos. Matos inside border Keller. And Keller, the former Dolphin, gets him inside opposition half. Less than 15 minutes remaining as Rossini takes a dart from dummy half. Brought down in a 2 tackle defense. I've already botched that call there. David Barner now coming back on that lock. 5th and last. They'll stab it towards the corner of Logan Seymour, and Seymour just unable to get through the defensive line. Wrapped up from Marley Arkey and Kieran Wells. Short ball, great pass out to the pace. And what a ball from Kieran Wells. Draws into the fence and gets a bit of space for the pace to open it up. Chris Lord, draw pass out to Lockie Cox. Lockie Cox has to get past Eli Barnes. And there you go, Lockie Cox. What a try from him. And the Dolphins finally on the board, their first points of the game. And I was nearly lost for words at that beautiful passage of play from Redcliffe as Lachlan Cox on your TBC replay gets around Eli Barnes. And not enough speed there to catch up to him. And what a run there from Lachlan Cox. First try of the night for the Finns. They've had to wait 66 minutes for it. But it has finally paid dividends for them. As we see Kieran Wells slot that conversion. And the Tigers still up by 6 points. 66 minutes gained on this one. your round 2 Monday night footy game, and what a game it's been. 12-6 is the score. The Tigers are up. And the Dolphins, they finally got their first try, their first points of the night. Can they back up this momentum? Can they follow up with another try, potentially, to level the game as they give it to Hustler? Hustler through the right edge. He just has to get past Eli. Eli's there trying to chase him down, and he'll get the ball out. It's 6 again, though, and Ben O'Donnell ends up with it. It was the right idea, but it was not the execution they wanted, Redcliffe. That was a great passage of play from them. But maybe just getting a bit too keen to try and shift that one out. They want to get back on the board as soon as possible, but they still got time to work with. And those unforced mistakes can really be a demoralizer as McKinnon gets the offload out to Barner. And Barner takes it shy of the 30. They go to Mata'us, out wide to Eli Barnes. Can't get past Diego Maikazi. Great tackle from Diego. 5th and last now, 37 gain on his set. Entering the final 10 minutes of this second half, Luke Thompson tasked with just sending it high. And it's taken by Almatangi, but he's driven back into his own in goal. And what a great chase there. Great defense from Tim James, I think it was, to drive him back. And now the Dolphins forced to hold up another set deep within their red zone. Or their half. The Tigers not in the red zone just yet, but they've got a full set to work with. How will they go about it? We'll have to wait and see as Mata'us takes it.
That's your second.
And Orsini plays the ball out to Thompson, out to Aki. Aki hits a step. Aki cuts back in field. And now Matangi there once again. He's only let through 2 tries. Or the Dolphins have only let through 2 tries. It's been a great defensive performance. Can they follow it up with one more? They need to dig deep on this set. Fat ball to Murray, taken off the ball. Hugh Snow there to clean it up. And Riley Murray gets his world rocked on that hit. Turnover forced there from the Dolphins, and that's good stuff from them. The Tigers have been great all night. They haven't really made too many mistakes, but that one could be a costly one, especially if the Dolphins reply with a try. They've got just over 8 minutes to try and make it happen as Houston gets the draw pass to Almatangi, out to Olay. In 40-20 territory, they could line it up here. I think they're going to go for it. The Dolphins play the ball. Chris Lord, he'll have a stab, and he'll go towards the corner. It's not a bad kick. Does it have enough bounce? No, it doesn't. Eli Barnes there to clean it up. Oh, Eli Barnes is out. Eli Barnes, he's not looking too good. It looks like he's come up with an injury. He's looking worse for wear. I'm not sure if he's coming off the sideline. That is huge. That is a momentum shifter of this game. Eli Barnes will keep you updated on his condition, but it is not looking good for Eli Barnes. I think he might be out for the remainder of this game. We'll have to follow how his injury will play out. He could potentially miss next week's game for the Tigers. That is going to be a huge blow for their hopes next week. And they've still got a game to get through at this moment without their star fullback. And Sione Mata'us kicks it into the defender. Kicks it into his teammate, I should say. And excuse me, but it is all happening. It is all unfolding right before your very eyes. On Monday Night Footy, SRL TV. It is the Tigers with a 12-6 lead over the Finns. But if you've just missed it, Eli Barnes has been taken off the field. I'm not even sure who's playing at the fullback role. But this is going to be tough. This is going to be a blow for the Tigers if they concede off this set. Sneeko Balboa nearly gets him through. Second tackle, the Dolphins. They go left. Jaeger will try and barge over. Driven down there by Riley Murray and his teammate. Third tackle. And they go short to Sneeko once again. And the captain can't cross over. The Dolphins trying to get themselves back into the game with a try here off the set. Stays the pace. Barges over. Clutch stuff there from the goal line D of the Tigers. Desperation stuff there. And 3 men there to make the tackle on him. But this game is getting intense. It's a nail biter. As a neutral, I'm so invested into this one. Whoever comes out, we'll have to wait and see who's going to come out on top as the winner. As Houston sends it high. Who's going to be there? It's Maliaki. Maliaki with a clutch take there to save his set, or save his side from potentially conceding. And the Tigers, you have to say they'll probably just be looking to run out the game. And that's a penalty given away. And the Tigers, geez, if ever they needed a lifeline, that was the time to get one. And that'll relieve a lot of pressure for them, backing them out of their own end zone. Still within their half, but a full set of 6. And what a game it has been. 12-6 is the score. The Tigers leading the Dolphins here at Suncorp. The new boys on the block looking to start the season 2-0. And the Dolphins looking to try and get one more try back. They still need to convert that try. They need to level the terms here. They could have a chance off a kick return if they don't concede another penalty. That one looked a bit slow in the ruck. David Barner, short to Keller, driven back at the opposition 40. Chris Lord there to make the tackle. 4th tackle now, the Tigers. What can they do? They shift the left. Zach Brown cuts in field. Wrapped up by Almatungi and driven back for his troubles. 5th and last now. Just over 2 minutes remaining here from Brisbane as the Dolphins hold off on that set. But can they do it once more? Matos puts up a shallow bomb. Taken there from McKinnon. And McKinnon wrapped up. And here we go. The Dolphins, one more roll of the dice, you'd have to say. I don't think they'll get another set after this one. The Tigers just do not concede any penalties or that'll be dangerous. The Dolphins just got to throw it out. Leave it out all on the field. Back yourself. Let's see our tie finish for this one. So much drama, so much action. What a game from these two sides. You'd hate to see a winner and a loser. But there can only be one at the end of the night. Just over a minute remaining. 4th tackle. The Dolphins shifted out wide. Speedman can't put a step on. And the Tigers might do enough to hold on here. Without their star fullback in the final 8 minutes of this game. Eli Barnes watching on from the field as Ash Crutcher there to field the kick. Hits a step, but he won't get past Yegor. 30 seconds left, and the Tigers faithful in attendance in full voice, up in arms, trying to will their team to a 2-0 start. Riley Murray forward pass. This could be dangerous. The Dolphins are going to have one more crack. The Dolphins are going to have one more roll of the dice. They go to Yegor. Can they get one more playoff? They're going to try and hold him down in the ruck. They won't get to it in time. And the West Tigers start the season 2-0. What a game. What a performance. Oh, geez, I've nearly lost my voice. Witnessing what a clash these two Titans have brought to us. It is a 12-6 lead. The West Tigers defeating the Dolphins in their first away game in history, and what a game it was. But the big news, Eli Barnes taken off the field in the later stages of this game as we go into your TBC Live stats. We'll get down to what really happened in a minute, but here we go. Lockie Cox, the only try scorer for the Dolphins. Tim James, the only try scorer for the Tigers. It was a double to his name. Time in possession on par, 51 to 49% for the visitors. Completions 23 from 28 Tigers way. Dolphins 21-27. Errors 8 and 7 respectively. Dolphins and Tigers with 2 penalties conceded for both teams. 189 tackles, 191 for the Tigers. 26 missed tackles for the home side, 23 for the visitors, and 36 to 35 line breaks. And you look at those numbers, it really does not get any more close or equal than that. These two teams, like right across the board, that's what sort of a game it was. Just very tight, very close, not much separating them at all besides the scoreline. As we take a look at your TBC Live stats. And we'll start with the home side. Diego Maikazi over 200 run meters for tonight. He had 3 line breaks, only missed a couple tackles. Kieran Wells there leading the way as well. Hugh Snow, Sneeko Balbroa. What a stint it was from Sneeko. 146 run meters in 39 minutes of action. He didn't miss a tackle and he got 4 line breaks. He did make an error, but it was a great performance from the captain nonetheless. Logan Seymour, Chapman, Chris Lord, Cox and Hustler all over the century mark, and Almatungi and Ole one shy of the century mark. They should have just gave him a sympathy meter as well. But it was that sort of a game. The Dolphins, they really opened up the field with a lot of attacking sets, and they just couldn't find a way to cross the line when it mattered. And yeah, what a game. what a game. I'm still in awe at what we just witnessed. But the Dolphins will drop their first game at home to start their season 1-1. And on any other given day, this could have been a different result for them. But it was just the Tigers' night tonight, and we'll scroll over to their stats. And 3 Tigers over 200 for the West. Eli Barnes, the biggest talking point. We'll get to him in a minute. 219 run meters, 8 line breaks. Tim James, 218. 3 tackle breaks, 3 line breaks, and 2 tries to his name. What a performance. Lockie McKinnon over 200 as well, playing in the second row. Luke Thompson, Mav Keller, and Sione Mataos all over 100. But it was only 6 Tigers to hit that century mark on the run meters. And there was only 2 tries that separated the Tigers and the Dolphins tonight. Cyrus Marks nearly hitting the 100, playing in that left wing with 3 line breaks. Riley Murray in his 40-minute stint, 63 run meters, 13 tackles, didn't miss a beat with a line break, a try assist as well. Wasn't able to score a try in his second game. He scored the first one in Tigers history last week. But yeah, biggest talking point of the night, Eli Barnes. We've just got word from the physios down there in the sheds, and it is looking like Eli Barnes is set to miss the Tigers' next game. So that is going to be a huge blow for the hopes of the Tigers. Eli Barnes, he's their marquee superstar. You could even argue he's just their best player, alongside Tim James. Crack a game from both of them tonight. They both combined for over 400 run meters, but Eli Barnes, he's been an absolute weapon in the SRL, and it's not often. I don't think I've ever seen Eli get injured. Maybe the season 1 legs starting to catch up to him now. We'll have to wait and see how that all plans out. But the Tigers, they scrape by the skin of their teeth with a clutch 12-6 win. They start season 9 undefeated. They are 2-0. And what a performance from Riley Murray and his men. We'll have to see how they bounce back next week. Gonna be a tough task without Eli. But they get the job done here tonight, and they will enjoy it. 12-6, your full-time score, proudly brought to you by TBC Live. Thank you for joining myself, Sonny Tyre, on your Monday Night Footy. It's been a privilege as always. And tune in tomorrow. We will be back here for the 4th game of the round. And we'll actually be back here tomorrow as well. It'll be the Broncos and the Sharks doing battle at 6 p.m. And I've already forgotten what the other game will be. So my apologies, but thank you once again for joining me. Have a great night. Stay safe. And we hope to see you all back here tomorrow on SRL TV. Signing off from Suncorp Stadium. It is the Tigers with a 12-6 win over the Dolphins. Thank you once again, and we'll see you tomorrow.